Something's not right.
Look there. Yes? Yeah! Nothing. No use.
Lava will be on seek. Lava will be on seek.
Something there.
Beyond seek.
My head.
Tiverus, I've got nothing.
Stand together.
Please, I should rest and tend to my wounds.
Like that, do you?
What can I do?
Right here.
I'm here.
That's for my friends.
Now, that's just rude.
Of course.
No trouble at all.
Interesting. Happily. Don't feel well. Indeed.
This won't do. I see.
Tiverus, watch it.
Now, that's
All
just
hands.
rude.
Something
Lava will be on seek.
Take this.
I think not. Watch me go.
Of course.
Oh, a drop of good spice rum wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of good spice rum wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind, and we'll roll the old Paris wheel along. We'll roll the old Paris wheel along. We'll roll the old Paris wheel along, and we'll all hang on behind. And a bowl of harness wouldn't do us any harm. And a bowl of harness wouldn't do us any harm. And a bowl of harness wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind.
Love will be our sake.
I found my spine on the Deadfire line. Everywhere, hey, hoorah! From a deerwood babe to a sailor fine. Hoorah for the Deadfire lines! Now Deadfire roots, they make good time. Come away, hey, hoorah! With the clear white straits and inlets fine. Hoorah for the Deadfire lines! Oh, they're the lines where you can shine. Come away, hey, hoorah! Oh, they're the lines where I split we prime. Hurrah for the Deadfire lines! Just take a trip to Port Maget. Come away, hey, hoorah! To Port Maget, where the sailors stay. Hurrah for the Deadfire lines! Then Vian captains you'll see there. Send me away, hey, hoorah! With the knee-high boots and the fine dark hair. Hurrah for the Deadfire lines! Around Cape White to Port Maget. Send me away, hey, hoorah! Hold fast to the helm, hold fast to the wind. Heave-ho! Excelente! On God's grace, or we'll all be skinned as we sail down the Deadfire way. We've gone a long way, left our laws behind. Heave-ho! Excelente! It caused me a sorrow most unkind while crossing down the Deadfire way. Hold fast to the helm, hold fast to the wind. Heave-ho! Excelente! Andra's grace, or we'll all be skinned as we sail down the Deadfire way. They say in Deadfire the luminous grows. Heave-ho! Excelente! And so that's where our brave ship goes to make our fortunes one fine day. Hold fast to the helm, hold fast to the wind. Heave-ho! Excelente! Andra's grace, or we'll all be skinned as we sail down the Deadfire way. Hold fast to the course, hold fast to the waves. Heave-ho! Excelente! If we don't wind up in salty graves, we'll come back to Sorrento someday. Hold fast to the helm, hold fast to the wind. Heave-ho! Excelente! Andra's grace, or we'll all be skinned as we sail down the Deadfire way. There's some that's bound for Hanchanse, and some that's bound for Manse. Heave away, Melendry, heave away. And some that's bound for Etock Bay, to teach them Wales to dance. Heave away, Melendry boy, we're all bound to go. Oh, the crew, we are a-waiting for the turning of the tide. Heave away, Heave away, my Landry boy, we're all bound to go. Come all hard-working sailor lads, come all strong lasses too. Heave away, my Landry, heave away. Be sure your boots and storm slicks are on, or Andra will drench you right through. Heave away, my Landry boy, we're all bound to go. Farewell to you, Defiance Bay, farewell to Hale Murdoch. Heave away, my Landry, heave away. If ever we'll return again, we'll make your cradles rock. Heave away, my Landry boy, we're all bound to go. There's some that's bound for Anshansea, and some that's bound for man. Heave away, my Landry, heave away. And some that's bound for Etoch Bay, to teach them whales to dance. Heave away, my Landry boy, we're all bound to go. Drop a good spice from wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, drop a good
shall.
Whoa, that's, where would you even stab something like that?
What manner of creature is this?
I'm not too proud to admit when I'm scared. Terrified, actually.
So alone, never alone. Kaizo reached. We're the gates of Kaizo. We guard the silence of Kaizo. You are a disturbance. Aethus has disturbed the bones of Kaizo. The old pacts permit him to pass, but you will go no further. Kaizo is closed. The gates are barred. Our covenant with the Old Ones does not forbid questions. The living were meant to forget Ukaizo. Nothing can be gained of remembering it. We will indulge ourselves before shredding your name from the long scroll of existence. The chosen people of the Deadfire called Kaizo home. The outsiders were their contemporaries, full of wisdom, ingenuity, and terrifying ambition.
That sure sounds like the Ingwithans. Guess they got around.
The outsiders passed from the world. None of them remain.
Not all of them passed. But we got the one they left behind.
The Old Ones and the Outsiders traded, collaborated, learned, and built together. Outsiders augured the doom of the Old Ones. The rift unmade them both. The Outsiders coveted ancient Ukaizo. Its occupation was a hindrance. Machines were built on a foundation of outsider lies. When the machines were nearly done, the Outsiders constructed bodies of flesh and bone. Skeletons now, their remains littering great Ukaizo. Ones which drew the spirits of the dead through a sieve. Finally, the Outsiders fashioned a guardian to stand vigil over their work. Our bond with the Old Ones compelled us to trust their allies. They offered us a trade, eternal life, for eternal service. We were ordered to slam shut the gates of Ukaizo for all time. The outsiders vanished from the world, leaving the old ones dumbfounded. Quiet gave way to chaos. Storms battered the seas. The sleeping hearts of mountains awoke with fury. When the last screams of the old ones faded, only we remained. None but the green colossus whose every footstep disturbs tranquility. You are the first kith to visit the shores of Lost Ukaizo, and you will be the last. This idle chatter was a refreshing change of pace. May your journey through the wheel be an informed one. You chose death when you set your bearing, traveler. Prepare yourself.
That's not very helpful.
What do you mean? Interesting. That order's too tall.
What can I do you for?
Wasted effort.
Stand together. That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
How may I help?
You need something stronger.
Got nothing.
No one noticed that, right?
Something unique. I've got nothing.
Nothing I can do.
Wasted effort.
I'm no help here.
Hope you got a way of turning off that storm. Looks unfriendly. Mean-spirited, even. Gilded Vale got its name from the way the wheat fields used to look in the sun. But this place really is gilded. Might as well be a different world. Well, hard to miss what you can barely remember. All I know is my life took a turn when this world came stomping into mine. These great people got a funny way of passing on. They disappear from the world, but leave their problems behind for the rest of us to deal with. I guess maybe that's one good thing that's come out of this. Well, at least for me. I got something to do with my life that doesn't involve hauling or shoveling. I even got a friend or two out of it. The whole world's about to face the biggest test it ever saw. What Aethys is doing, it's gonna change everything. We may not survive. Kith, I mean. God of redemption, trying to redeem the gods. What a mess.
"5 years ago, you controlled the destiny of thousands of souls in Sun and Shadow. But the choice you make today shall define the fate of every living thing in Aeora. And to think of all the times I've asked you the same question. I suppose if it were up to me, I'd want to ensure that Kith are free to define their own future. To triumph or fail by our own decisions. But it isn't up to me. I know you'll choose wisely. And no matter what happens, it's been an honor journeying with you. Again.
We gonna do this or what? We've made it this far, yet we're still alive. Might as well square off with my god before our luck runs dry. Reckon it was. Sure, I did some things I now regret. God knows I got plenty of blood on my hands. Tell me, Watcher, can there be a god of light and birth if souls themselves can no longer be reborn? It didn't work so good at Mogren's teeth, now. But sure, we can try to sway my god's will again. Well, if anyone could do it, I reckon it'd be you. I thought it'd be different how it turned out. But I couldn't dream of any other way. Now then, shall we go face my god for one last time? Find out what it is we can or can't do in these end times. Whether we're meant to wither or thrive. Consider me your second shadow.
Hey, you make a compelling point. If I must choose between unending drudgery and a certain, if interesting, death, I might just pick death. E così if I don't leave an optimistic impression. I am glad to have come this far with you, Casita. Our chances of survival are as high as they are ever likely to be. May that give us the courage we need to take the next step forward.
Of course.
The machine controlling the storm winds down. The clattering of its machinery settles into a low whir and then, at last, hiccups to a halt. Beyond the tower, the black, roiling clouds of Andra's mortar roll away from the ancient city of Ukaizo, with only a tired sigh of wind to see them off. And on that last breath of wind, comes to you a familiar sound. The ring of a bell. The bell's ringing is soft, not the clangor and torrent you've grown used to. It calls to your soul, and your soul yearns to follow it. Your soul flees from your body and into the beyond, chasing that sound. It leads you at last to Bareth's realm, to that cold platform and room of endless doors.
Watcher, your journey nears its conclusion.
The pallid night stands before you, her gaunt face impassive.
That will depend on the will of Kith, whose desires are ever in flux. Soon you will confront Aethys for what will likely be the final time, and you will do so as the Herald of Bareth, the only creature on the face of Aora to whom he will listen. Remember that.
The pallid night inclines her head to you, black hair hanging lank in her face. She steps back and cedes the floor to Helia with a small, resigned sigh.
If Aethys truly intends to go through with his mad plan to destroy the Wheel, a generation's worth of souls will be trapped in the in-between. So many would suffer. How can Aethys be so cruel? He cannot just abandon them. Aethys must help the Kith find a quick solution.
Abaddon strides forward.
Aethys thrust this crisis on the Kith. They did not bring it upon themselves. Their only mistake was entrusting us to watch over them. Who will help them rebuild their world now?
Aethys will reveal every secret of the gods. Will Kith be able to change the established order if they have no wonder to inspire them? Aethys must help them resolve this quickly, lest every one of Aora's few remaining mysteries be laid plain.
You have misgivings. Good. You should be wary of any help Aethys might offer you. With the wheel destroyed, Kith will tear themselves apart. It is the gods' duty to prevent that happening, lest they doom us all. And as Kith must be ruled, so too must the gods. I say that if Aethys is so eager to throw down the mantle of power and step aside, I shall take my rightful place as Queen of the Gods again.
Kith are strongest when they follow our lead, and we are strongest when we lead in turn. United in purpose with the gods, Kith can accomplish things that without us, they could never have even begun. They must be shown their boundaries to surpass them.
Kith will not solve Aethys' puzzle on their own. And without an established order to fight against, the bonds that bind them dissolve, and they fight amongst themselves.
Boudica's firm hand is but the motherly smothering of Helia by another name. Mortals should have no special advantages. Only once Kith have striven to improve themselves through trial will they truly know their measure. Kith must suffer to find their strength if they are to survive the world into which Aethys drags them. Our intervention in your struggle would be a cruelty and counter to our purpose.
He lets his words hang in the air for a moment. Gaze level with your own.
Indeed. Kith must discover for themselves what it is they are worth, and of what it is they are capable. What we do for them, they do not learn for themselves. Trial breeds ingenuity. If our work of generations was not in vain, Kith will succeed in spite of Aethys' actions. I have faith in Kith's ability to meet Aethys' challenge. Do not mistake my words for indifference, Watcher. They are born from a fierce belief in your potential, not a refutation of it.
And yet you come to Okaizo alone, with none at your back. All that Kith stand to lose. And even then your leaders could not join hands, squabbling instead over prestige and resources. You believe that will change when my final death comes calling? You are a greater fool than I thought. Margaret is blinded by her affection for mortals. She does not see that entropy is the destiny of all things. If Eothas were wise, he would destroy everything. End life, end reincarnation, end death. Kith have had their chance. It is time to let silence reign.
As Rimmergon's words fade, the Pallid Knight returns. She no longer towers over you, a giant even among the gods, but meets you at your height. She lets the arms crossed over her chest fall to her sides. She speaks to you openly, plainly, an expression almost like tenderness, turning up the corners of her lips.
Well, Watcher, you know where we stand. What do you believe? You have some time to think yet, but not perhaps as much as you would like. Now the time has come for us to part, Watcher. I laid upon you a difficult duty, and you have discharged it well. You will be free of it in time, but not now. You have work to do yet. You are no stranger to hard choices. You killed Theos, and when his soul was laid bare before you, you chose to return it to the wheel. You made his memory his penance. Remember the strength it took to make that choice, and know that you alone may sway Eothas now. When you stand before him, choose your words carefully.
The gods depart one by one in brooding silence. A solitary figure remains perfectly still until the last of her colleagues is out of earshot. Woedica peers down at you, a triumphant grin splitting her weathered features.
Bareth is a fool if she thinks I'll let her enjoy the last word. You were trusted with a heavy responsibility, Watcher, speaking for mortals, and representing their interests in the future to come. Instead of working with mortals, you came this far on your own. You rejected compromise, idealism, and the solutions of others. My every suspicion is confirmed. Society needs us. Eora searches for its queen, and finds only an empty throne. I won't disappoint my subjects for long. Before we part, what compelled you to reject every dissenting voice and go your own way? Consider my curiosity appeased. For now, in our grandest plans, you are a singularly unpredictable, variable. Whether you heeded my wisdom or not, everything you've done to get this far has informed our view of mortal kind. I hope you're satisfied with your performance. We've learned much from each other. The trading companies, the locals, and even the pirates had desperate, half-cocked plans to counter this threat. You denied them all, rightfully judging mortals as ill-equipped to claim their destiny. I couldn't agree more. When at last I claim my place of leadership among you, the only challenge will be convincing the others to go along with my revised plan of Eora. Aethys will no doubt have a sunnier outlook on mortals and their chances of success. He already has everything he wants, so go and listen to his empty-headed idealism. The rest of us will be sharpening our blades, preparing for the future he lays out for us.
You keep falling asleep on me, I'm gonna have to start walking behind you with a pillow. Oh, by the way, the storm's gone. Also, I think Aethys has ended the world.
It seems we're all still here.
Gods and darnation. My head.